another awesome episode of Movie Guys Podcast. Tonight we are talking about Tomb Raider, starring Alicia. I can't even say her last name.
Say it.
Vikander,
Close enough.
Dominic West, Walton Goggins, and directed by Aurora Erthog, whoever that is. This is Jordan, like I said, like always, and I'm joined here with Eric and Ed. Eric, how are you doing tonight?
I'm alright, I guess. I don't know, man. Like you ask this every time, and it always varies in the movie. I'm okay.
Just okay.
I'm not rating any lost treasure. I can tell you that. So I don't know, Ed. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. Like, it depends on the movie we watched as to whether or not I'm doing well. And I can say that I'm not doing as well as I would have been had I watched another movie.
You know what? Let's just start off right now with just saying, like, video game movies are tough. Just because
Yeah.
there's a complete audience that's already built around it, and it's kind of like doing a third Spider-Man movie, where like the it's already built. The world and realm is already built. So your origin is it's don't do it, but don't like it's hard to do. You got to be delicate with it and give fan service and something for the new audiences as well. And it's hard to please everybody. So I think this movie was just conflicted. But other video game movies failed really bad, and I don't think this movie is in that category of failed video game movies.
I think you're right in the sense that, like, this has become I don't want to call it a plague, but like a string. There's been a string of films released that have nothing to do with the original video game content to which they're tied, but have the name on them of the movie. You know what I mean? Just trying to get it, because like this movie wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't a horrible movie, but if you call it Tomb Raider, I expect you to be raiding tombs.
I mean,
The only thing that this movie had in common with the actual storyline of Tomb Raider was a green shirt with ginormous breasticles inside of that green shirt, and the green shirt. That was it. Her name was Laura Croft.
the hair. This is off of the new the new Laura Croft, right? Not the old, and this is off of their reboot Laura, right?
I wouldn't know. I didn't play the remake, so that one. If I'm incorrect on the subject matter, then please
I
correct
don't
me.
think it's a. I think they're trying to go for like just the younger, like the Indiana Jones, the Chronicles.
Mm-hmm.
So where they cut it back to where he was, of like a junior age, but doing on like the junior adventures. Even though this was obviously not that, but yeah, listen, it's no Double Dragon here, boys. But
It's not the Super Mario movie.
and it certainly is no Mortal Kombat. So it's I there are plus and minuses, and we'll talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Oops, hold on,
Yeah,
let me turn this off. I'm professional.
you're very professional. Looks like it.
But no, we can go from the start and just work our way in. I mean, this is where I kind of had a problem with it because in the start, it started very, I don't know, traditional, man, where there's the mischief hero, and this is them rebelling,
Mm-hmm.
and this is where it goes from there. Is that everything about this movie seemed very kind of by the book, and it just reminded me of a lot of the movies that I watched as a kid, where here's the hero, this is what they're getting mixed up into the stuff right now, but they have potential for greatness. Movie opens with her boxing, right, and getting her ass kicked.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, and then we go from there to say that she's orphaned and that her dad was this awesome Indiana Jones type, where he was also a big money financial, and
Yeah,
Croft
it's rich.
finances. He's rich. He's doing Indiana Jones type stuff, flying around the world, trying to find a cure for death or something, a passageway to the next realm.
Yeah, the super rich guy leaves his daughter a note once she finally signs away that he's actually dead. And they give her this little Rubik's Cube or whatever the hell they call it kind of thing. And she unlocks it, and there's a note, and then she figures out the code, and she finds his little secret lair in the tomb, which is, the family. What are those things called? When you have like a bunch of your family members interned in one of those big things. I don't know.
Mausoleum.
Mausoleum. That's it. Yeah. So he likes to hide in the mausoleum and hang out with all his dead relatives.
Just real quick, because right there off the start, like this movie has potential for something like a treasure hunt. You know what I mean? Like it has awesome potential for it to be like, she finds the hidden treasure map, and off the adventure that she goes. And instead of it being like a treasure, it's more of like her dad. Like she's just going out of the wishes of her dad, and it just seemed kind of, I don't know, less playful, I guess. I feel like with this movie, because of what it is, it didn't need to take itself too seriously. It needed to be a little more playful. Maybe that's what it was. But I know who am I to say? I mean, there are parts of it that were, I don't know. You know what? The other part, if I could just say real quick, the lead character, not Laura, but the person who plays her in the role, badass all the way through. I get it, but it felt like I was just getting a budget Michelle Rodriguez.
I didn't think of it like that until you just said something, but I can totally see what you're talking about now.
Right, like a lot of the everything that she was doing, a lot of the grunts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow,
yeah,
this is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like those were good. Like when she was, like the grit that character had. She did a good job. Like when she falls. Once we get to the island, and I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but like she flies through the air, like through that plane and shit, like, and she's looking like that whole sequence where she's down the floating down the river. She finds the plane, she gets in the plane, then there's a parachute, and the plane starts to fall, and she flies through the jungle. She hurts herself, yeah, and she flies, and she gets real hurt, real bad, and then up to until her dad brings back into the character. Like that whole sequence right there, I like that whole thing. That was my favorite part of the whole movie. It felt, I don't want to call it real, but like she did a great job, the actress there.
All right, boys, I have bit my tongue long enough.
Please.
So here's the thing. I am not a Tomb Raider fan.
Sure.
I hated the original games. The games came out at a time when I was just not into terrible pixels. The games are weird, though. I mean, I have played majority of the games, not all of them. But she only doesn't raid tombs. She also fights velociraptors and other dinosaurs, and she fights all these other kinds of creatures, and it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
However, though, to answer your question earlier in the show here, Ed, and Eric is right on this point, they are modeling this Tomb Raider off of the remake game that came out a few years ago called just Tomb Raider. Now, that sequel has Rise of the Tomb Raider. If you are a video game guy, and I mean a video game guy, whatever game you play, you need to play the reboot Tomb Raider game. That got me into it, hook, line, and sinker. I am not a gamer. I do not sit there and play games religiously. But that was the only game that I have played, even more than Alien Isolation, where I couldn't stop playing until I beat it. That game was amazing. And that game is pretty much, in a nutshell, this movie. And that's why the sequel to the game is called Rise of the Tomb Raider, because she's not Lara Croft yet in that reboot game. She's not Lara Croft here yet either. One of my favorite scenes in the movie was the scene ripped right from the game where she had to make a choice to kill somebody and her dealing with that choice. That is a great conflict right there because she's never had to do that before. So this is a big change for her. So that's why I kind of dig this movie, because this is pretty much based off of that reboot game, and that game's amazing. So
that's
this actress is modeled off of her too.
Well, I'll have to take your word for that, and I trust you because I did not play it.
Well, that's where I think the struggle was, because you have, again, you want to please the audience that you have already while also trying to appeal to the new audience. And with this the cast, you could probably do that. With the action sequences that they have, that they could probably do that as well too. It's just that the problem is the story plays like a video game, and
Yeah.
a lot of times those don't translate well into movies. Like, it's basically just watching an hour and a half cutscene.
Yes, and Ed is going to completely kill me on this. I know he will. But this movie, even though that the movie I'm going to compare it to is far superior, yes, but it's the same ballpark. This movie is the Force Awakens of the Tomb Raider universe. And what I mean by that is Force Awakens, which is a great movie because it took that sour taste out of our mouths for the past 3 movies. It played it safe. And that's what they did with this one. I mean, this movie only this Tomb Raider was made for $90 million and it already made 130. There's going to be a sequel. So I think they just wanted to establish the universe first. They wanted to get Lara Croft, the Lara Croft that we know, and let her go off her own adventure. Because you guys have seen the original ones with Angelina Jolie, right? This is far superior compared to those 2 movies.
Yeah, I'm not trying to argue that it's not. I don't know the story that you know. So I'm going to have to defer to you on this one because I've never played. I've never played the remakes. I've heard good things, and you've said it yourself. It's awesome, and I'm sorry I didn't play it, but it just, you know what I mean? I'm only basing what I know of the Tomb Raider franchise from the original, PlayStation video games, the original, like,
sure,
that I bought. I was playing Tomb Raider and Tony Hawk at the same time.
Yeah. No, sure. I'm like, and I'm not sitting here saying that this movie is amazing or anything like that. What I'm just trying to say is that the reason why that I kind of dug what I was getting was because this movie, she's not Lara Croft yet, boys. She's not Tomb Raider yet. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So that's why this is kind of like the prequel before she becomes Lara Croft. That's why I liked her in this. Overall, I don't think it's a bad movie. I also love the amazing fight towards the end when she was fighting against the main bad guy when she was going through the ladder over the hole in the cliff. Oh, my God. That was great.
No, there were some dope action scenes in this movie. Like, I can't lie about that at all. There were some real dope scenes where it was just fast action, good action. I didn't mind at all that they added the puzzle element to it. Again, it was very much played like the video game. That I think it's just a lot of the problem because you miss a lot of substance. Like, I didn't feel anything from these characters. You know what I mean? Like, that was one thing. But again, like, that could be the benefit to this movie, where it's just like, just go in and watch some shit for 2 hours, man. Like, you ain't gotta worry about anything. Just go in there and watch people get their ass kicked and some cool jungle sequences of her going on an island and solving puzzles with colored rocks.
Right.
So,
I just, you know what, though? Honest question for both of you guys here. Why doesn't a big movie franchise based off of video games, as an example, why don't they ever just take a playbook out of just take a play out of the playbook of Marvel? I mean, really, because I think one of the reasons why that video game movies fail so bad by being, decent good is just because the people that are making them are like, okay, we got to do this because the fans will chew our heads off. We got to do this or the fans will have our heads, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%.
But with Marvel, I mean, Iron Man 1, right? The one that kicked off the MCU, it stayed true to the comics, to the nit and gritty, but really it did its own thing, like majority of the movies. So why don't they do that? And the only real comic book movie, the only real video game movie that I've seen at all has been Mortal Kombat, right? I mean, that's why Mortal Kombat's kind of like a cult hit in a way. I mean, they took the source material, but they added their new shit to it to make it something different. That's what I think this movie was missing.
Those Mortal Kombat movies are fan-fucking-tastic because of how horrible they are.
The first one I don't think is actually terrible. I mean, Annihilation, the sequel, is absolutely.
Well, the best part about Annihilation is it literally picks up where the first movie lets off with all different actors. It's literally the first opening scene is the with all different actors.
You had two. No, but I definitely want to sit here and talk about Tomb Raider with you guys, but I think that's a very good question though that we can kind of debate on this though. Is that why do video game movies suck so bad? I mean, like, why do they feel so handcuffed?
Well, here's the thing: is that like some of them actually aren't that bad, but because they had minor success or just success, they beat the fuck out of it. Case in point, Resident Evil. So that's one. Street Fighter was another one. Even though I'm not saying that Street Fighter, that movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme was good at all, because fuck that
It
movie.
wasn't. Yeah.
But Silent Hill would have been another one. Didn't they make like 3 of those? The first one was pretty
Two.
dope. Oh no, they only made
Mhm.
2.
They made
Uh,
Street Fighter and then the one that came out like 10 years ago with Rise of Chung Li or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So these video game movies are kind of hit. I mean, the cartoon, the Pokemon movie does fucking it cranked out a lot. Like, so it did all right. Angry Birds obviously probably killed it. Like, it's a video game movie,
Oh,
right?
that was
I'm looking
Yeah.
at the list.
that was brilliant. I loved that movie.
No, I mean, like, you definitely have some diamonds in the rough. I just
The ones
don't
that
understand.
fail, like it's really a poor vision, because they're the ones that failed. Like, see, Super Mario Brothers, obviously, like people were just like, what the fuck is this? You know, like
Yeah.
By the way,
Luigi Mario, what the fuck, man?
quick little thing about that, guys, because you guys will love this real quick. There's an amazing documentary on YouTube, and it has John Leguizamo being interviewed about it, and you guys will love this. So, God, how to shorten this up really fast. The reason why Mario sucks the way it does is because when they were filming the movie, they went through 4 different directors while they were
Really?
filming. And the script that all the actors originally signed on for, every single director had final say when they got hired to do the film. So the script constantly changed. So the reason I'm telling this is because the most funniest thing about this whole thing, and the reason why it's so interesting, is John Leguizamo, who played Luigi, and shit, the guy who played Mario, what's his name?
Bob Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins. John Leguizamo said, I'm going to be honest with you, every single day we were on set, we would just get belligerently drunk.
Yeah.
So every scene that you see us in, we're about a bottle and a half down of whiskey.
Jesus.
That's why it is the way it's just so crazy. And you know the famous scene, we got the Walk the Dinosaur song when they're in the club against that Big Bertha girl.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Those were actual strippers.
What?
And John Leguizamo said he had a great time.
Well, yeah. When you're all in on something like that, then might as well.
Might as well just do it. But I mean, it just Mario was bad. You got Double Dragon.
Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Wing Commander, Resident Evils, House of Dead, Doom, which
Oh, Doom. Oh my God, that movie. That was so bad.
One great
and good
scene.
simultaneously.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
One great scene.
they
Yeah.
had the one great scene, which actually they did it justice. That was really fucking dope, and that actually was the saving grace of that movie.
Agreed, 100%. And then now we have Rampage coming up, or maybe it just came out or something.
We're going to be
Coming out.
reviewing that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I'm looking forward to. Like, I think we're gonna put that one in the same category. I think.
We got
But
Max
we'll see.
Payne, Prince of Persia,
Max Payne.
Need
That
for
movie was
The
Speed.
terrible.
Assassin's Creed movie.
Hitman.
The Assassin's Creed movie. Hitman was good. I love the Hitman movie.
There's 2 of them, right? Warcraft, obviously, we said that. Assassin's Creed,
Blood Rain.
Blood Rain, yeah. So I'm pull up the list there, and that's a lot. Detective Pikachu coming up.
Yeah. So I mean, like, so overall, the movies that you have announced so far, Eric, so far, I mean, let's go with, I don't know if you guys agree with this statement, but I would say Tomb Raider, Resident Evil 1, and probably Mortal Kombat will probably be the
Yes.
best 3, right?
These are niche. These go to a particular category, to a particular demographic, and it's just it's just one of those where is the audience there or not. That's basically what it is. Because you have movies that suck, but they still did. Like Warcraft was not good, but it still banked because it had what, like 8 million people playing the fucking game. So, and then even more over time, because people cycle in and out, so they had new and old people, and like I was one of them. So like that's one case, or like Assassin's Creed, it has a big enough following to where it was able to get pull and money at the audience, regardless of how if it was going to be good or bad. That's what a video game movie is, and that's why they made this movie.
Well, no, hold on now. We'll go on that though, Eric. I have another question for you then. Why this movie and why now? Why Tomb Raider remake or reboot, and why now? I mean, why not do another Angelina movie? Why not just not do it at all? Why Tomb Raider? Why is this out?
Well, it could be a few different things. It could be a certain studio or developer, trying to actually push that because there could be politics to it. But you have an easy script. Obviously, we all saw this movie, so you have a pretty easy
Yeah.
script that is going to appeal to the action, the those people that because that's a genre that people love to go see. They love seeing Expendables, however fucking many, just because they just want to see shit blow up. So that's what it is.
Mhm.
And they know that again, this is a hot game, and they know that with hot games that they can make hot movies that'll bring people to the audience. And this was one where they're gonna do it. I mean, like obviously they're gonna do, like they're making an Uncharted movie. That's it's of the same realm. I heard there's a script for Last of Us. They want to make a Last of Us movie. Like
Which
Ooh.
would be fantastic, I hope.
so that
I
was a
love
rumor
that
that was
game.
going around. These are movies like that just have an audience, and then they're easy casting. Put one or two Hollywood people in those roles, give them an easy paycheck. They get to go on a tropical island for 5 months, and hot damn, everyone's happy. You made yourself a movie. It's forgettable. It'll go into the library of video game movies, and people will go, yeah, sure, that movie. Yeah, oh yeah, that movie.
All right. Ed, would you agree or disagree that Tomb Raider is this year's Ghostbusters?
Oof, oof. No. I mean, well, wait a minute. When you say is this year's Ghostbusters, are you saying that because it's something completely different from the original source, and it's a completely different it's a rethought version of the original source? Is that what is that what you're talking
Go
about?
with the girl power.
To be a little bit more specific in my question here, I would say the reason why I'm asking that question would be, uh, A, why are they redoing this movie? B, to answer your question on that, like why are they remaking this kind of stuff? And then also a movie that is just critically panned. I mean, this movie Tomb Raider has less than a 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, this is garbage compared to audience and critics.
Well, I mean, I guess to your point, I don't want to call it this year's Ghostbusters, but it's along the same lines. Then, I mean, I think that Ghostbusters was much better, and people hated it because they're fucking idiots. Excuse my French. People hate it, and I said this before, and I'll say it again. The reason people hated Ghostbusters was because the original is such a classic that you change it, and you not only change it, you change its foundation, and people get real frustrated with it, which Ghostbusters didn't do. It was just a retelling of this the story with, and it was really funny. Like I was so excited that movie was good. It was the first movie in a long time that I was actually on the edge of my seat watching up until the end when they hit the ghost in the dick. But but I'll say this, I see your point, Jordan. I mean, yeah, I mean people are gonna hate this movie because it's not the source.
All right, fine. I
You
mean,
know,
like, Eric, have you seen the Angelina Jolie Tomb Raiders movie yet?
Oh yeah, I've seen them.
Who is better, this new Laura Croft or is
Alicia
Angelina Jolie?
Vikander is definitely better. I mean, Angelina, like they both personified the video game version of it, which is again might be the problem. But like the I like Alicia just a bit better. She just I don't know, played the grit role a little bit more. I didn't like her. She when she falls or when she hits, she did it hard, man. Whereas Angelina just seems a little bit more like she's doing like a model, always with the downward look and the mouth slightly open and the jaw kind of dropped is Angelina Jolie. Whereas this one, uh, she's just down to fucking just run and get it and go get dirty. I like
I
this
think
one.
that. Yeah. I mean, yeah, because I think the difference is one can act and one can't act. I mean, that's the difference.
Oh, there you go. They could have summed that one up pretty easy.
Well, I mean, I didn't watch Maria Sharapova because she was a great tennis player.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, Angelina Jolie. I'm going to say it, and I don't know if it's popular or not, but I don't think Angelina Jolie is a good actress at all. She made one good movie in her life, and that was it.
No, I mean, she's good. I mean, she's a better actor than you or I.
I don't know about that. I think I can pull off Laura Croft better
mean-
than she can.
Well, I would
Well, you've
probably
got
not pay to see that
you've
movie
got bigger
either.
tits.
Yeah. He's right on that.
So before we end the show, I thought of this today, and we don't have to do it, but I thought of something fun. I wanted to put you guys on the spot. So I thought before we give our final reviews, let's put a little bit of ourselves into our show a little bit more. When we are characters a little bit behind the scenes here for the audience, but let's put a little bit of ourselves into it and let's come up with a little game before we actually do our ending review every episode. So I thought this would be fun. So here is the game that I would like to play every time, and we'll see if it's successful. Ready?
What are you doing?
Okay, sure.
So it's kind of the same ballpark at what we do with Griffin with our MCU reviews. But, Eric, if you were a porn director, what would be the porn title of this movie?
Ooh.
You know, I was about to just yell at Dominic West before you even yelled at the question. It's like Dominic West.
No FMK. I think
Okay.
every time before we do the show, what would be the porn name of this movie?
The porn name of this movie.
Porn name of this movie?
What would you name the movie if it was a porn parody? Eric, do you have one?
Oh man, put me on the spot like that. No, I mean the popular one on the internet is obviously Poon Raider, right? Isn't that?
Moon Raider. There we go.
Is it?
Nice. Ed, do you have one?
I mean, because Womb Raider sounds weird.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's gonna top mine.
See, a little fun for the show for the audience. What would you name it, Ed? What would you name what would be the porn name for this movie, Tomb Raider?
I was gonna say, I could just see it now with Mia Khalifa on the front or Annabelle Danger, Blacked, raiding her tomb. But that's
Rating her tomb.
yeah, raiding her tomb 12.
12. No, I like that. I like that. I mean, right now, Womb Raider is pretty
I don't
good.
know. That sounds like an abortionist, really.
Yeah, it does. Jeez.
Sorry.
Mine that I thought of today would be not as clever, maybe, but mine would be actually called Tomb Raider.
Oh,
raid her.
raid her.
Oh, raid her.
Tomb Raid her.
Oh, you did Tomb Raider? No, that's
There it is.
Yeah, there we go.
That's not fair. You had all day to think about this.
I did.
Put us
Don't
on the-
worry though. Next week's episode, you guys will have all week to think about next week's episode's
Oh,
porn.
you're gonna keep going with that one. You're not gonna think of something new to go with.
No, look, you know what? This isn't edited here, but I kind of wanted to play around with this for a little bit, see what the audience thinks, because have a little fun here once in a while. And what would we name a movie? Because there could
Oh,
be
there
some
you
fun
go.
ones here.
Keep us on our toes, huh?
Yeah, I know, right? Because there'll be some fun ones coming up this year. I mean, like we're going to be having, we're going to be doing the Han Solo movie coming out this year. So
Super
that'll be
excited.
interesting. You know, there'll be a porn name for that. That'll be interesting. But we'll talk about that one later. Ed, is Tomb Raider the remake worth it or not worth it?
Well, now that I know that this is based on the new video game, which I have not played and you did, I want to rethink, and you've made me rethink my answer on this movie because of that. Under normal my answer was going to be no, and it's the first time I've said no in a long time about a movie. That being said, now that I know it actually is the source material, I would disagree. I would say yes, maybe it is worth it. Having not played the new one, what I saw this movie to be was just a pro chick action movie, which I'm not against. I'm not against that. But it was just a pro chick action movie, and they needed to give it a name for people to go see it because people still, don't go see girl movies for whatever reason, and it's horrible. So I thought that they gave it the name Tomb Raider. Under those pretenses, no, the movie's not worth it. But Jordan, assuming you're correct, I'm going to change my vote. You've changed my mind. I'm going to say yeah, it's worth it.
Damn.
Jeez. Yeah, Eric, before you start, Ed, if you ever do get a chance, buddy, rent it or something for Xbox One. I played it, just the Tomb Raider remake, not Rise of the Tomb Raider, just Tomb Raider. You'll be happy. Trust me.
I'm gonna have to now because if this is a shot for shot redo of the video game, or pretty close to it,
yeah,
then I'll definitely play it.
Yeah, man, because she does not get the double guns in the game until the end.
Which is something. That's the Tomb Raider. That's the thing. Like I saw that and I thought, okay, now they're just calling back. They just realized they were going to call it Tomb Raider, and they just fucking gave her the dual gun.
Yeah, because that's her thing, right? The tight green shirt, the short hot pants, and the double guns, right?
Right. That's what I thought. I thought they just were calling back to it. So.
No, man. Yeah, I mean, like I said before, there's a scene in the game when she has to kill somebody, and her struggle with that afterwards. I mean, anybody would struggle with that. Well, unless you're crazy. But Eric, is Tomb Raider worth it or not worth it?
I think I already said whatever I need to say during this. So I'll keep it short. It's not worth it. It's a video game movie. Got some cool action scenes. The story just wasn't there. It was just kind of boring to watch, really. That's just it. I mean, nothing against the actors that were in it. They played their roles well. It just didn't play well on screen. It was just a lot of action. I just felt like it was formulaic, predictable. You knew it was gonna happen because it's a movie. Because it's a movie. If anything that you liked about this movie, I'm sure that there are many parts to like about it. I think you'll just forget it in a week. It's not.
Yeah.
It's an airplane movie. It's not worth it.
You know what? That's a very good point, because it is a struggle, because I watch this and I love the game and I'm trying not to be so biased over it. But, overall, in a nutshell, though, I think this version of Tomb Raider is definitely worth it. If you are a 30-something-year-old and you grew up knowing the games, you knew Lara Croft. I mean, she is in pop culture. People know the name at least. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely worth it because you don't have to watch those Angelina Jolie movies at all to even get prepared for this. So this overall, thinking of it that way, this is the best Tomb Raider we've ever gotten, game or movie. So I mean, it's so hard when you try to review a movie that has a pretty rich source material because you try so hard not to be biased. But no, I mean, like the movie's worth it. But Eric, I agree with you. I mean, if you buy it on Blu-ray, you're gonna watch it once and then sell it in a garage sale for $2 5 years later. I mean, it's nothing that you're gonna continue to watch over and over again. But it's worth your time for at least one showing, I would say. So yeah, definitely worth it. But we hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Movie Guys Podcast. You can check this episode out and many others at movieguyspodcast.com. You can also check us out at movieguyspodcast.podbean.com. They can find every single episode on the Podbean site with our episodes, with For Your Distraction, Pod Past Hail, Like That Game, and Underground Hot Pot. Those are great shows and part of our network, so make sure to give those guys some love as well. Check us out on Twitter at Movie Guys Pod and also on Facebook, Movie Guys Podcast. We'll be back next week for another awesome episode and another goofy porn name. So we'll talk to you guys then. Have a good night.